Hi folks, thanks for visiting Picage YouTube channel and welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss about pattern matching. We're not going to discuss about all the pattern matching involved in C#, but we are just cherry picked on a few topics which I personally think is quite useful and handy while writing a code. The first one we're going to discuss is pattern combinators. Next one is type test, constructors, and relation patterns. Right, let's get the ball rolling. Right, the first thing we're going to see is a pattern combinator. So what is pattern combinator in pattern matching? So now look at this particular statement over here. So you have here there's a number variable that's checking for some ranges, and it's got some logical operation here and an or, and it's got some greater than equal to, and yeah, so this is basically checking for a few ranges, and if this is within that range, and then just print to the console app. Let's see how we can write this in a simple way. So when it's a simple way, it's more to do with writing in plain English. So we can replace and with proper and as we write in English, and we can replace or with the proper or as we write in English. So let's have a quick look to see how we can do this. So just going to declare a boolean here. Maybe I'm just going to type in this range. Right, so in this I'm just going to put int number. So we're going to write this here is just going to write number once, and then I'm going to type in this. And the first condition is going to be less than or equal to. So I'm just going to type in less than or equal to. Just notice here I'm not typing num again. I'm just typing the condition only, and then all I'm going to do is check for the value. That's it. And then type an and I'm going to see if it's greater than or equal to 10. And then we have or. Oops. Then we're going to have one more condition here, because we did have two conditions. If you see, we have or here. So exactly the same thing. We're not going to type in num, but instead I'm just going to type in the logical operator here. So if I just go 200 and equal to 100, so that's pretty much you need to do. So what you can do is you can just replace this particular statement here, like so I'm just going to finish if is range. I'm just going to type number you pass in here. If it's within the range, then all you do is just print into console. Yeah, so that's it. That's made so once it's made simpler. But if you look at the conditions you're going to type in previously, if you're going to have and or, but if you look at this one, it's made your typing or made repetition lesser, and also it looks neat. The next one you can see is how to make constructors simple. So what we have is we have a friend class here. It's quite simple. In the constructor, it takes a few parameters and assign the value of the parameters to the public properties. So let's see how we can make this simpler. So the first thing I'm going to do is just remove this part here, and I'm going to type in an array, and then the first thing I'm going to call the public property, which is first name, The second one's going to be middle name and last name, and then we're going to assign this to the parameters, which is the first name, middle name, and the last name. That's it. So if you see how simple it's made to construct your constructor, I would say. Just imagine if you have multiple parameters being passed in and your constructor keeps on growing. By doing this new pattern matching, it makes things much simpler. Right, the next one we're going to see in pattern matching is type test. So if you look at this particular method, you have a teacher. So teacher is basically inherited from a person, and it takes a few things in the parameter, which is gender, height, weight, age, and passes to the base constructor. And then if you look at this, the next one, and there's a condition which checks if teacher is a person, so it's checking for the type, and although if teacher is not null, then write in the console lab. But if not, then you just write a person is null. Right, so this is one way of doing your type checking and checking if the type is not null. But the new feature in a pattern match which would make this much simpler. Now before looking into that, let's run this application and see what you would get in output window. So if you look at this, I'm just running it. So I'm just going to drag it. So this is what I can see in the output window is 25. That's great. So that is an age. So if you look at, if I hover over it, age is 25. Right, so now let's see how we can make it simple. So if I'm just going to remove this part, and all I'm going to do is declare a person here, and then I'm going to check, I'm going to just type the person's age here. So that this particular part will actually also do the null check for you. So what this does is to see if teacher's coming in, checks if it's person, and if it's person, it also check for if it's got a value inside it. So this will do the null check for you. Now if I run this and see what we get, you get 25 again. Right, so let's take this off and pass in null. So when I run this, you would expect to see that a person is null in the console lab. There you go. Yeah, so this simplifies your null check along with the type check in pattern matching. We're going to see relation patterns, how we can simplify the existing code using relation patterns. So what we have here is we have a get adolescence method which returns a value back based on certain range within the age. So if it's between, like, if it is greater than 10 or less than equal to 13, then it's early adolescence, and then greater than equal to 14, less than equal to 17 is middle adolescence, and then we have greater than equal to 18 and less than equal to 21 is called late adolescence. The rest is going to return adult back. So this is a method we've got a multiple if condition. Let's see how we can simplify this using relational patterns. Okay, first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to just comment this out. See, okay, and next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to enhance the existing method. Let's do person dot age. I'm going to use a switch here, and the switch just what I'm going to do. Okay, now just do the ranges. It's quite simple to do the range. If you just into the brackets, you could do greater than equal to 10 and less than equal to 13. Then you're just going to return early adolescence value. I'm just going to copy and paste it. Yeah, and the same thing for others as well. So greater than equal to 14, less than or equal to 17. This will actually so just in between. And finally we have let's see, 18 and less than or equal to 21. This will actually return the later adolescence here. Also, we're going to return a default as adult. It's going to be adult, yeah. Oops, sorry, just missing. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so that's how simple it is. If you see how extend this particular line of codes were, and particular lines of codes were, and how simplifying this one is. So this is more useful when you start writing too many condition statements within your method, and this relation pattern is quite useful. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, thumbs up it, share it, leave some comments. Last but not the least, subscribe to it, and don't forget to click the bell button.